Okay, welcome in. We're going to do an example problem here where we are finding the equation of a tangent line given a trig function. So we've done some derivatives of trig functions and now we are applying it. The derivative is the slope. The derivative is the slope. That concept we're going to use. When we take the derivative, we're going to get an answer. We're going to plug in a value that we want. That'll give us the slope at that spot. And then we'll use that to write an equation of a line. That line will be tangent through the point, all right? So if f of x equals sine of x minus cosine of x, finding the derivative of that isn't gonna be too bad, okay? So I'm gonna find the derivative just to start off. I know that I need the derivative because I'm finding the tangent line that's gonna be through a point. So f prime of x, what is f prime of x? Well, the derivative of sine is cosine, and the derivative of cosine is negative sine. I've got a minus a negative sign, so that's going to be cosine of x plus sine of x. Great. Now, that's the derivative, so that will tell me the slope at any x value that I want. That'll tell me the slope at any x value that I want. Well, what x value is important here? Pi over 4, because it tells me I want a tangent line through pi over 4 comma 0. Okay, so I really need to find f prime of pi over 4. So I'm going to plug in pi over 4 into my derivative, and let's see what I get. So cosine of pi over 4 plus sine of pi over 4. All right, so I need to look at my little unit circle, or I need to remember my unit circle. Pi over 4 is in the first quadrant. It's that middle portion there. That's that middle spot right there. And that's my favorite spot. That's my favorite spot because the x and the y coordinate are the exact same in the first quadrant there. They're both the square root of 2 over 2. That's that 45-degree mark. That's that pi over 4 mark. All right, so you do need to have those the unit circle memorized. Don't lose track of that. We are looking for the x coordinate for cosine, the y coordinate for sine. So since they're both there, let us just simply cosine of pi over 4, we know from the unit circle is square root of 2 over 2, plus sine of pi over 4 is square root of 2 over 2. How many square root of 2 over 2's do I have? 2 of them. So there's 2 groups, or 2 times the square root of 2 over 2. My 2's cancel, and I'm left with square root of 2. So what did I just do? I found the derivative. The derivative is the slope. The derivative is the slope. I found the derivative at pi over 4, which tells me my slope at pi over 4. So this answer right here is the slope of the tangent line. The tangent line at pi over 4. That's what that is. Okay? Great. So I have the slope, but I need a little bit more than that to write an equation of a line, right? So we use this form where we have y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1. You might also see it like this, y minus k equals the slope times x minus h. What are those y1s and x1s and k's and h's? That's the point that we were looking for, right? That was here's our hk, or our x1 and y1, okay? So we're just plugging those in. The k is just the y value of the point you're going through. This is point slope form. So if I'm going to write this out, I would have y minus the y value equals the slope, which we found is square root of 2, times x minus, what was the x value I was going through? Pi over 4. And you subtract those. So if the x value you were going through was already negative, in the parentheses, then we would put x plus, whatever that number is, all right? If I wanted to simplify that, I could. This is just fine, since maybe I'll just drop the 0 for now. And this is the equation of the line, of the tangent line, 2f, that goes through that point, pi over 4 comma 0. How do I know that I'm right? Well, I've done this problem before, but the other way is if you made a little graph of this. So if you graphed in maybe Desmos, if you went up and graphed this, okay, you graph sine of x minus cosine of x, you get that graph, and then you go ahead and you graph this, you will get the tangent line going through that point at pi over 4 comma 0. hope that helps, and let me know if you have questions.